everyone, welcome to my review of the Shiunji Family Children. The Shiunji Family Children was written and drawn by Ray Majama. I do apologize if I butcher anyone's name in this process. It's gonna happen, unfortunately. I'm not good at pronunciations or speaking, really. That's why I do YouTube videos. But anyways, I do apologize if I butcher anyone's name. But he's the Ren Gopher author. It's been serialized in Haku Sancha's Shiunji manga magazine Young Anime since February of 2022. Yin Press is handling the publishing in North America. The anime is done by Daga Kobo, who did Oshinoko, and How Heavy of a Dumbbells You Left. The director is Ryo-kun Kami Shupo, who also did work on ReZero. The writer is Nobu Kumaru. Music is done by Aki with 2 Ks. Very important to distinguish. Jinjo Hoshi, who did work on Kabayachi's Dragon Maid, and Shota Hoa. The opening is Honey Lemon by Nachi, and the ending is Like You, and I'm guessing it's supposed to be a blush face and like text speech, love you, ? Performed by the sisters who were about to go over for VA's film, but they're not first up. First up is Atra, played by Yuichi Yohara, who also played Kuzo in Akuma Drive, Joko in the Suicide Squad Isekai, Senkodo in Demon Slayer, and Tasuka in Woman Kill. Shion is played by Chiaki Kobayashi, who also played Hunsuke and Winkage in the Watch 2 animes. Koto is played by Kana Ishoniz, who also played Sister in Akuma Drive, Yusuhara in Dr. Stone, and Kako in Boshi Himoto's Life. Man Emi is played by Hana Hiskawara, who also played Winda in Chihiro. Bonnie is played by Chika Anzawa, who played Katana in Suicide Squad Isekai. Seiya's Uomi's Quartet and ReZero, and Astra and Boruto. I'm surprised I remember who that was, to be honest, but it's the movie 3 episode arc thing. When they go, oh, Chocho, it's wrong for people to judge you on your weight. And then the show continuously picks on her for being overweight. Anyways, Selha is played by Megata Kono, who also plays part-time ReZero, Mimi, and the Digimon Adventure : that colon is very important to distinguish a Twitch series I'm talking about, and Ms. Zuki and We Never Alone. Lastly, Okra is played by Rei Takahashi, which is a very familiar VA on this channel because I apparently cannot stop talking about her. She also plays Megumin Kono Super, Sumi Wen Gofun, Wen Kenja, Emily and Stella and ReZero, and Sumi Women Kill 'em, Live in the May I Hire recently is mysterious, and I in Oshinoko. The list of reviews that she's been in grows by 1. But now we're gonna actually go to the review now. Episode 1. There's the Shiunji family who have stunning looking siblings who are rich. They're filthy rich. They have fuck you money. Atra, the oldest brother, acts for the brother. Chino had to get a girlfriend. Atra is the heir to the family. We meet the sisters. Okra is the average tsundere girl. Seha is the small one. Bonnie is the caring older sister. Miami is the spoiled one. And Koto is the shy one. And they just cut right into it and says jokes. Let's go. With Shion joking about Atra saying that Okra is getting COVID in all the right places. There was a supposed incident between Atra and Koto that makes him a pervert. Bonnie says it's only natural that Atra is into incest because his sisters are such bombshells. Koto's birthday is Saturday. The classic, oh, they're all hot from the peanut gallery, that happens so often when a girlfriend, when she's hot enters the scene, it's like, oh my god, she's so hot. And it's like, we get it, hot girl is hot. You don't think people can tell that, these girls are they're supposed to be attractive? You just need to do it once, but we do it multiple times. But whatever. They take the time to break down every system to explain how people find them attractive. Couture says that she likes Atra. Yes, in that way. I can't believe I'm using a clip I'm gonna use, but it's appropriate. Artua wants to ask out a girl, but is too nervous. Okra and Artua are twins. Okra offers to hook Artua up with Goat, but Artua turns her down. The girl that Artua likes as a boyfriend, Okra gets mad at Miami for losing one of her AirPods, which, if it were like official AirPods, she could track them using her phone. But hey, you know, we gotta have some tension. And they wish they weren't siblings, put a pin in that. But Artua breaks up the fight. They fall over right before Koto's birthday dinner starts. And Goat's like, hey, everyone, I'm getting drops on you. You guys aren't related at all. You're adopted. What? Besides Miami and Shun, who actually are twins, you're adopted and unrelated. First of all, I don't know why you want to tell your kids from like start of a early age, but I can't. You're adopted, or like you guys aren't related. Something, and then to do it right before your daughter's birthday, then it was fucking shitting. And go, well, I promise your mother to tell her on Koto's 15th birthday. Yes, but like, don't do it at her dinner. It's very shitty. And then he just carries on like nothing fucking happens. It's like, okay, sure, we'll just follow him. Anyways, the siblings talk about the news in private. Bonnie knows something but isn't saying it. Artua walks in Koto in the shower because why lock doors in this house? Especially after the news. Artua watches Koto's back. Koto hugs Artua from behind, as shown in a different scene mentioned since they aren't related but can't get married. This episode's fine. We got the breakdown of each of the characters in terms of the sisters, the potential mates of this. And I like how they all fall for one sibling, Artua. Like, it's tasteful. The taste is tasteful because Shiunji has a girlfriend and he's off the table. We have one option here. We got one shot. But I mean, if you get into incest, go ahead. It's like from ultimate backtrack because the mention Koto mentions that she likes Artua. Yes, in that way. I'm gonna fuck my brother. Before we got the news, and then it goes like, no, we're not gonna do sister and brother. No, it's stepsister and stepbrother. And it's like, oh, you tried to have your toe in, like, put your toe in the pool and then immediately back out. It's like, it's too cold for us. We need something, you know. I guess I should say it's too hot. It's too spicy of a topic for us to cover, so we're gonna backtrack hard. But again, worst problem, I swear I'm saying Bonnie's my favorite. Also weird, before she got the news that she teases her brother so much in the ancestral way. But she speaks to me. What can I say? She's my favorite. I mean, Artua is what you expect. I would give the series this, but better than Kazuya. Way better than Kazuya. Artua is way better than Kazuya, so improvements. And also, too, one thing that this has over Land Girlfriend, it actually has, like, a good, like, oh, who's he gonna go for? Because I feel like Land Girlfriend tries to do that, but you know that there's only one true pairing. So, like, it's a bit off. Not awkward, but it just feels frivolous. I'm looking at you, Ruka. But this is truly feels like, oh, like this is, he can pick anyone type of video. But moving on to episode 2. Shiunji tells Oka that Koto would say that she loves Artua. Yes, in that way. I'm gonna fuck my brother. Koto confesses her feelings again and says she Googles her siblings not related to by blood. I appreciate her trying to do her research. Gotta give her applause for that. Artua tells Koto that she is confused and tones him down. Not the best way to handle that, but telling, you're just confused. You don't know what you're talking about. You know, like actually treat her like an adult. Like take her seriously. Like, have some respect for your system. Bonnie talks to the father for some reason. Sehan is in Artua's room. Sehan gets on top of Artua to see if he gets excited, because she saw Artua and Koto in the bath at the same time. Talk about why incest is banned, but it's now off the table for most of them. And they go, oh, well, incest is so taboo, blah, 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 blah. Again, but you don't want to fully go those series, so I feel like you're trying to have your cake and eat it too, but well, so might have feelings for Artua. Bonnie really likes to tease incest, like I said earlier. The cute girl talk takes up so much freaking time. Like, it was like a minute straight of them going, oh, the sisters are hot. I don't know what Artua feels to remind us who the sisters are after we got the rundown in last episode. He doesn't add, like, anything, really. But whatever. Mary is famous because she's too good at tennis and she took a picture of herself in a bow uniform and that makes all the girls' hearts swoon. Mary failed a test, so Artua is getting to her. Mary is very bad at school, But also, why take her to a place where she can get easily distracted like karaoke? Mary tries to cheer up Aqua since the girl he likes has a boyfriend. Mary finds out missing earpods and bought those for Aqua to say sorry. Aqua gave Mary the earpods as a gift. This episode is fine. Like, you get a little more time with the sisters, but I don't like how they treat Koto. Koto is pretty much mistreated throughout this series, I think, this first season. Like, not in, like, a malice way, but, like, how, like, the father and always simply see her like a little kid and don't take her seriously for the most part is kind of horrible. Especially the father. The father's just a dick in this show. We get a little insight of Miami. I'm butchering her name, I know it. A bit more to see more of her personality, but I feel like we really didn't get too much of Bonnie and Seha in terms of more and insight to who they are. Episode 3, the family's going to With Me Sea Park to celebrate Koto's birthday again. Oko tells her friends that dating Arthur is a bad idea, but she might have a thing for her brother. With Me is the name of a mascot, which maybe that just doesn't translate too well into English. I'm not sure, but that just feels a bit awkward in English. Bonnie and Arthur get left behind by Bubbles when they went off to get food. Bonnie's boobs thinks Arthur wed. Arthur thinks Bonnie's the cutest of her sisters, and then she jokingly says she lets Arthur touch her breasts. Bonnie and Arthur have some alone time. Bonnie wants to protect the family, as well as Arthur saves Bonnie from the falling drinks, and he states that he wants to protect the family with Bonnie. Everyone meets up. Bonnie and Arthur are holding hands. Sarah tells the older sister that Koto may move on Arthur, but the thing is nothing. She's just confused. She doesn't know what she's doing. Bonnie had asked her dad about the past, and they're all orphans. Koto tells Arthur that she loves him. I'm gonna follow my brother. I like this episode because this is the Bonnie episode. I mean, we see more of like the protective older sister trope play out, but again, we really didn't see that in Bonnie before, so that's a good little development for her character. And again, for more of a teasing that honestly, I like Bonnie first, so can I complain? Not really. The theme park, I'm assuming it's a Disney parody because it's just everything, like haunted, Alice in Wonderland type shit, Western, like you name it, it's everything. Legitimately. But moving on to episode 4. Okra backtracks about I love you perfection. Because, God forbid, we don't backtrack. Arthur and Mary will get everyday. Mary overheard Okra saying I love you to Arthur to ask Arthur about it. But it goes about it in such an indirectly way that she fails to get an answer. Arthur walks in on Saha in the bathroom. I think all the sisters have like a keepsake of their mom in some way, shape, or form. Bonnie is in Arthur's room and invites him to upgrade his phone. Bonnie says a person's phone is a reflection of what you look in a partner. Because yes, what I want in a partner is a good ass camera. She makes it sound a lot better than I just did, but anyway, about the phone. Bonnie and Arthur gets ice cream. Bonnie doesn't like the supernatural. I'm like, Bonnie, I understand not liking season 6 through 15, but season 1 and 5, best television. Koto is jealous that Bonnie's with Arthur. Bonnie's trying to get info out of Arthur about Okra's love confession. Mary actually sent out about Okra say I love you to Arthur, the group chat of sisters, but unsended. But Koto saw it. I do think this is probably the best episode, yeah, because it gets the drama going. It stirs the pop. It gets the incest, but not really part stirring. With like, oh my god, the sisters of starting to like fight over the brother a bit. Again, more Bonnie. I can't complain about Bonnie, but her being scared of supernatural does play into it and adds a little depth to her character. Then we are gonna move on to episode 5. Saha wants to play Twister with Arthur so she can figure out her feelings for her brother. It was the only true way of doing it. There's talks of when humans truly experience love and does a younger brother count. Twisters ends with ass to chest. Saha leaves and Okra comes in. Arthur and Okra are playing video games. Okra is kicking Arthur's butt. Arthur is just going easy on her, so she puts Arthur in a chokehold, which ends up with Arthur on top of Okra. Koto solved the whole thing. Arthur's dad asked Arthur if he found someone yet. Koto declares to the other sister that she loves Arthur, yes, in that way. I'm gonna follow my brother. Room 8 is all in show when the kids are growing up. Oh, but you can drop. Okay, show. I was about to say, you could tell them, oh, we're siblings. Have fun, kids. But you can keep that door locked. Okay. We get a real flash forward to, like, show that Arthur did pick a sister, and he had a dog named after their mother, which is very weird. Just because they have the same mother. And it's just like, okay, show. I guess this episode's fine. Again, but it still don't take Cottrell out of her love confession seriously, really. So, she put it out in the open. It does have consequences or effects. But, like, her goal is trying to be taken seriously. She still struggles to have people take her seriously. And then the flash forward, I kind of don't like. It's very awkward with it have, but it's like season finale stuff, and it kind of just breaks up the pacing a bit, because it makes episode 5 feel like a definitive ending. Maybe it is for like the arc, because we do start like a character arc for episode 6 and episode 7, but still, that feels weird. And it makes episode 5 feel like a finale to the season, when in reality it's not. Again, that might just be a weird, awkward, like, end of arc thing, or end of volume thing, or whatever it may be, but like it still comes across as awkward. And then Twister, I mean, it's Twister. We could have done a lot more hornier things, but what we got was fine. Moving on to episode 6. Miami is acting weird. Miami is having a big tennis tournament next week by the injured. Miami has a good relationship with her upperclassmate Noah. Miami has been carrying her tennis team on her back. The big tournament's the last one, but Noah is able to play since she didn't get on any college teams. Noah told Naomi, but Joe's of tennis again. Artua found out about Miami's injury and wants to train her. Somehow is the only one to treat Koto's feelings about Artua as weird, which I appreciate her for that. That makes me smile, but she's the only one that takes her seriously. Mary can end her career if her injury gets worse. Mary plays tennis and to get to the final tournament. They won, but it seems that injury got a little worse. Mary's missing before her big tournament. I like this episode. I like that we're focusing on one system. The payoff of this arc is next episode, but this might be episode 6 and episode 7 might be my favorite 2 episodes in terms of showing off who these characters are. Again, I feel like it's a bit hard to talk about episode 6 without episode 7, so we can just jump into episode 7. Mary just walked in the front door. Mary isn't playing the tournament due to her injury. Children saw Mary crying about not being able to play earlier. The siblings forced Mary to go to the tournament. Bonnie's driving, but she isn't used to it, which is very cute, adorable, and I love her. Arthur asks Mary to stop lying to herself and to others. Arthur and Mary get out of the car to bike to the tournament due to traffic. Mary is the positive one but cares about all of us a lot. Mary arrives just in time to play. Mary puts a lot of pressure on herself. Like a lot of pressure. Mary lost the game. Mary thought the whole team was going to be upset with her, but they were very thankful instead. This loss really upsets Mary, with the goal of being number 1 locked in her mind, and I really like her breakdown scene of this episode for like, how can I make up this loss to my team? Me being so selfish by wanting to play, and I feel like it was handled well, and I feel like they could have done this in a bullshit way, but they did it straightforward. It makes a lot of sense. It makes you really cheer Mary on and want her to get the goal of being the number 1 tennis player. And you understand that she wanted to win for her teammate, not for like her selfish goals of just being number 1. She wanted to win so no one could have one last win before she stops playing tennis. So I think that is very good and very awesome that they gave Mary this character development that any of these sisters really need. So, moving on to episode 8. Mary might have a thing for Arthur now, because add to the list. Of course, one still cares about results of a tennis match, which goes for way too long. Mary is having a thing for her brother Sean Moore after Arthur saved her from a falling ball. Okra went to talk to Kotor about marrying Arthur. Kotor told Okra that she knows that Okra said I love you to Arthur, but Okra did what any politician would do and lie.
We wouldn't happen to be invading Iran today, would we?
You got me. You got
me. Bonnie asks Arthur to come with her to her college because she gets too scared by herself and needs to pick something up. Attack of Bonnie's skills. Boobs. I go sneaky, sneaking like I'm snake. Everybody keep it silent. But due to a guard walking down the hallway, but there's no reason to hide since Bonnie's a college student though. But Arthur needs to touch boobs somehow. Bonnie forgot a doll she needs to finish up to give to kids at the hospital tomorrow. Bonnie chose to become a nurse since their mom was always in the hospital, and a nurse made Bonnie feel better about that fact one time. All the kids got their dolls at the hospital. Okra just bombed a test. Okra leads to Yami Ichi and Ultra Wade tried to stop her and ask any questions. She just let her go. And then Okura doesn't show back home. And we go, oh, well, that's weird. Maybe fucking stop her, ask some questions like, where are you going, etc., etc., instead of just letting her dodge the question and go on her own. Like, okay, so they're not old enough to know what's in room number 8, but they're old enough to just go to a different save by themselves for claiming for 3 days, and then you worry like 2 days later after the save will return, like, oh, this is serious, we need to figure out what's going on, which we get more into the next episode, but like, holy shit, this family doesn't care about each other. Like, I'm sorry, like, I get like giving people space, give them time to clear their head, but like, at the same time, stop her. Ask some questions. Are you okay? Are you feeling well? Like, blah, 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 blah. Just do human shit with her. Oh my god, that really bugs me. Especially for fucking father. Like, not being like, okay, I need to go find my daughter immediately. No, he's just chill, and then like 7 days later, he watches home for a business thing and go. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of episodes, but I like the body stuff. But yeah, I do not like how Okura just leaves and no one stops her again or really asks her any questions. Episode 9, Okura is not coming home. Now the family is worried. Took them fucking long enough. Bonnie tracked Okura on Mount Fuji via phone GPS, which is near the famous Suicide Falls. Okura is going to Mount Fuji to find Okura. Okura is found. Okura and Okura have to share a room. Father and mother met on Mount Fuji, and Okura is wondering if soulmates are real. Okura ditched Okura in the morning to hike up Mount Fuji. Okura took the long trail back down to the fall. Okura falls off the trail and gets injured. Okura is thinking about when she got her mom's earrings, where she uses as ponytail holes. Okura finds Okura, and Okura found her soulmate like mommy and daddy. This episode's fine. I feel like Okura really challenged next episode in terms of development. I feel like this is bogged down in terms of the family dynamic. It's like, again, if you're so worried about like the Suicide Falls and you know the location and her just not like asking questions or saying anything, or go like, oh, that's fine, and then like 5 days later, oh, I'm like, oh, that's still the Suicide Falls. I know we got a more precise location when we finally decided to track them, but still, if you like, the red flags were there. Again, I know the location is probably huge, but like, still, I can't stop with that. So any fucking questions have been, you know. But anyways, again, really bugs me. But I do like Okura trying to figure out soulmate's wheel, and then again, we get a little more level of depth in the next episode. So, moving on to episode 10. Okura feels like she can't speak to her father like she used to since the whole no one's related, basically, dinner discussion. Because he handled that so fucking poorly. Okura carries Okura down the mountain. Okura also wanted to talk to her mother because she saw an internet video with dating TikTokers of someone saying they talked to the dead on Mount Fuji. Okura feels that the relationship has changed due to the news of not being blood related, but Okura has changed her mind, saying that changes nothing. The rest of the siblings found Okura and Okura is really down bad for her brother now. Okura has a fever, Barbara is back. Okura can now talk to her dad again. Okura's fever has gone down. Okura tells the sleeping Okura that she loves him and kisses him on the lips. I'm gonna follow my brother. But he wasn't sleeping. I like this episode because now Okura is truly aware about one of the sisters. Like them. 10 episodes in, we get this ball fucking rolling. Let's go. And then Okura's development of like wanting to talk to her mom and feeling bad about her mom didn't talk to her because she was like, why would she? I'm not related to her. It's a very touching scene. I do appreciate that to add a little depth to her. But one thing about Okura that bugs me is like, I feel like that they try to give her like a distinct personality, but I really can't besides Sundere. Because they mention all these things like side comments like, oh, swim team, but we all have an athlete. Oh, well, she's gonna be the next class president, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like you just gave her a great character, like, episode. You don't need to try to, like, attach these side things to her to make her feel any more special. You just did a good job of that. And it's just weird to me. It's like, I feel like you don't need those comments necessarily because it doesn't add anything. It just feels like trying to give development without actually giving development. But again, I overall like this episode. Even even know the worst father is just being the worst. Episode 11. The siblings are on a trip to the Kuzawa Villa. Don't walk into random villas. Bad things happen. Artua can't stop thinking about what happened with Okwa. No one locks the bathroom in this family. She didn't want this trip to go see his both parents, but it's just an empty lot where we live now. Barbecue time. Okwa would not leave Artua alone. Artua and Okwa have some alone time in the sauna. Okwa is really trying to make Artua like her, but Artua is playing defensive, but that makes Okwa like Artua even more. I mean, the classic, you can't have it, you want it even more scenario. Mary invites Artua to a flower garden. Mary asks Artua what his ideal wife is. Mary still has the tag on her new skirt, so Artua bites her off. Mary says that she's in love with someone that causes Artua to think that practice date. This episode's fine. I do like that Mary's trying to make her move on Artua too, by taking him to the flower garden and asking him, oh, what's your ideal wife? Artua is just off attack. She is like a bulldog biting down her prey and not letting go. I mean, there's a dog in this show, but anyways. Moving on to the final episode, episode 12. The family's going swimming near a river. Oh, in a river, I should say. Mary's trying her best with Artua. Sarah lost her top. Bonnie and Artua got some alone time. Bonnie tells Artua that she loves him, but the wall falls around so and she also went like, just king, low, but also was trying to help. Koto and Artua got some alone time getting drinks. Koto thinks that his whole father Okwa went away due to her making her love confession and be like she put Okwa in a condom. But dad just sucks. He literally has all his hopes and dreams for all his siblings, but just tells Koto to live for life. Like, he goes, Artua, you're my hero. Bonnie, look after everyone. I mean, be the best tennis player, like, etc. So, like, yeah, that's gonna make Koto feel like a baller, because, like, what purpose does she have? You have a purpose for all the other siblings, besides her. The siblings go to show to see the lying of the candles. Artua overhears Koto, Miami, and Okwa declaring a love war over him. I'm gonna follow my brother. And we end on the reveal that there's no pair of real siblings. This episode's fine. I do appreciate like the cliffhanger of the love war being declared to get the ball rolling for, I'm assuming we're getting a season 2 since their girlfriend is popping off with its 4th season currently airing. And the summer vacation stuff is fun. There was like, jumping off of cliffs and stuff like that. And I do appreciate Bonnie in the swimsuit. What can I say? The ending twist of they're like, oh, there's another pair of real siblings. I kind of hate how it did. I want one person to know. Like, not just Vanilla telling the audience. I kind of hate that. I want at least like the father, well, the father would have said something, but like one of the other siblings somehow finding out, like, oh my god, I'm related to Artua, because that's what I'm pairing that would freaking matter, because everyone is dead down bad for that Artua. You know, I'm just saying, like, for it to matter, it had to be Artua and one of the 5 sisters. It probably is in Miami, because, you know, she already has a pair. So this probably is between Koto, Okwa, Bonnie, and Sarah, but it's between the other 4. But again, I wish someone finds out and knows which the pairing is, but keeps it close to their fucking chest. I think that would be much more interesting and much more suspenseful. Why would they do that? Who knows? But I feel like that would be a lot more suspenseful. But with all that being said, the Shiunji family Children gets a 6 out of 10 in my opinion. I give it the same ranking as my Ryan Girlfriend reviews, because again, if you're gonna do incest, go all the fucking way. Don't do this backpedal shit and go, oh, but we incest. No, you're not. And then, like, the character writing is better than Ryan Girlfriend, but like, I still feel like it's really missing an oomph factor here in terms of trying to juggle so many characters and try to develop it. I know it's only the 1st season, but I truly feel like only like 3 sisters got development. Artua, not really, because he just feels like the generic like heroine protagonist, which is nothing wrong with, but like, put him in a group of others, can't tell who he is, basically. But I think maybe a 2nd season would help this show find more of a feeling for me. But I do think that this has potential. Again, I don't think it's fully met its potential yet. So again, that's why I got a 6 out of 10. So I'll have to thank you all for coming out. If you like this review, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike this review, give it a thumbs down. And subscribe for more Flaws reviews. And I will see you all next time. Bye.